part of this.
Yeah, because like musicians, like big time,
people have been
like known and I was like, how the fuck am I?
It's the imposter syndrome a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand how I'm in here.
Yeah.
But then the one guy said, no, this is why you're in here. And it was this doctor guy, whatever. And he said, no,
was
this
he
is
Indian?
exactly. No.
Because you said doctor.
They were all black.
Okay.
There was a couple of us half, so we just made it in.
Yeah, but
he explained, he said, no, because there's everything in the range and what. And I was like, oh, okay. That's kind of, because even at the thing, he was like, no, you belong to be in this thing. There's 100%. So many different variations. I think it's because I'm my age too, because I started comedy late.
When did you start comedy?
52.
52.
I'm going to be 53 next week.
No way. What the? Dude, really?
Yeah, I turned 50.
You don't even look it. But
that's why this is cool.
It's your half black side. I'm joking. But you know what I mean?
People say black don't crack, but that's racist. And it's a myth.
How?
Because I'm mixed. I look like this on the outside.
Oh, right.
On the inside, I'm breaking down like a motherfucker. My mom's part indigenous, so I'm losing teeth at a rapid pace.
Losing teeth, losing land. I'm trying to.
Yeah, that too, motherfucker. Holy.
We go there on this podcast.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Also, by the way, just so you know, we're recording.
No, I figured, I said, we just talking, and you know.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's what's weird about growing up mixed. Yeah. That's part of my comedy. I let people know who I am. They visually see me as one thing. As soon as I come in, they visually see me as one thing. And then when I let them get to know me, and I let them know that my dad is black and from Barbados, and I let them know my mom's part indigenous, they get all freaked out. But this is cool that I'm here. It's February. My birthday's next week, which is really cool. Yeah, don't worry. I've had lots of them work good. But this is a really confusing month for me.
Yeah. Do I celebrate? Do I not?
Well,
Am I against it?
That is totally the thing. I don't know what the fuck to do. One of my kids, I have 3. Of course, I'm black. I have 3 with white baby mothers.
Yeah, I heard you have 3 baby mamas.
Yeah, but I'm white enough to come back from the store. I know my babies, which is always good.
Yeah, you're looking at the different milks and you know the difference.
Yeah, I don't know if I come back because I love them as much, or it's the white side just saying keep an eye on them because black kids steal. They are kind of octoroon, but I think that's the thing we use now. So I said, like, being the mix in this month is weird. Like, even my one child, the middle one, gay. She told me,
obviously it's the middle child. That's
she called
got no
me.
attention. Gotta figure it out somewhere else.
100% that middle child. But let's not get it twisted. Nothing against gays here. I know you don't. Nothing against gays on this podcast. In fact, my gay is fantastic. My gay is a girl, so it doesn't include that. It doesn't include that nasty dick shit. We good, right? Shout outs, right? Chip off the old block. She loved tits, ass, and pussy just like daddy. But anyway, what she told me actually today before coming here was that I should pick my poison. She said I could only celebrate like 12 hours a day or do a day on, day off.
Half the month.
I'm like, shit, this is another reason why people hate gays. They gotta mind their own fucking business.
Yes, and they got their own month, which is longer than Black History Month. What the fuck?
Well, we didn't.
And it's in the summer too.
Yeah, exactly.
What the
fuck is with that shit?
Why do they get to pray for sucking dick?
Yeah, it's hard though.
That's what Ralphie May said.
Yeah, that's it. You know what's funny? I mentioned that she's gay, and I actually recently found out what kind of gay my daughter is. I never asked. I'm a loving father. She's gay. She's gay. That's fine.
So when she told you she was gay, you're like, yeah, whatever.
Oh no, I figured it was so. She didn't have to tell me.
Oh,
you know, when she kind of.
So she told you, you're like, I know.
Yeah, I was like, and you know, but I found out what kind of gay she actually is. There's a lot of different kinds of gays. Again, I'm 55. Back in my day,
I mean, I'm 32.
There wasn't that many kind of gays back in the day. I'm from the time where like people said, you know, yo, suck my dick.
Yeah, we still say that today.
Yeah, but now someone will yell back.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah. So like I'm saying, there's a lot of gays. And it's cool, and I found out what kind of gay my daughter is. My gay is actually pansexual.
Oh shit!
Do you know what this is?
Yeah, I heard it's like people that are. This is what I've heard on the internet, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I heard it's like people that are bisexual, but they got no chances of getting nothing.
You know what?
Or they're in the pantry for too long.
Yeah, so my daughter's beautiful and she gets some shit. So as far as I'm concerned, you are pretty on point.
Yeah.
She
doesn't apply.
She fucks with girls.
Yeah.
She fucks with guys. I just look at it as whore plus. Pretty much whore plus. But I think the worst thing about it is I know I'm wearing a hat now. I ain't wearing my glasses. Yeah. But listen, now she got me with no punchlines. I'm just out here looking like RuPaul's short autistic brother. Little bitch. I love her. I love her.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
How could you not love your daughter that's getting both ends of the stick? You know what I mean?
Motherfucker.
Like, tell me all about that.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel.
Like, you're comparing notes and shit.
Yeah. No, to be honest, she was the one who got me into comedy.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was her and my youngest that were the ones. They were like, hey, Dad,
Yeah, you're funny.
Eat some edibles.
Yeah.
And go do some comedy. Well, I appreciate you saying I'm funny, but they were just like, just eat some edibles and kind of fuck off.
Yeah.
Because they love me. And they're the ones who got me into comedy 3 years ago. So again, as much jokes as I make about my kids and stuff, they're my rock. They're my solid. They're my world. If it wasn't for them, I'm not doing the greatest thing that I've ever decided to do outside of sleep with their white mothers at one point.
3 times too. Goddamn, 3 different times.
Third time's the charm.
Hey,
that was one who's not gay.
But hey, yo, guys, thank you once again for tuning in. We got my boy, the professor, the good sir, the one and only Dave Seeley on the podcast.
What's up?
And he's honestly, I've seen him do comedy a good handful of times, and he's just one of those comedians you have to see in Toronto or other places in Ontario. Wherever he goes, you got to go and check him out.
Nice.
Because he's honestly, he's one of the few that I actually find funny out here in Toronto. There's a good handful of people that I'm like, yeah, that's a person to for sure fuck with. He's one of them.
Oh, shit. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
We do it like that over here. But
wow.
Let's get into like how you start this whole thing. Like, okay, you're born and raised here in Scarborough.
Born and raised. I was actually born in Toronto. Grew up in Jane and Finch. In the way back time, pre-crack era of 1971.
Right before there was a lot of Indians. No. Sorry, no,
that's Brampton. Yeah. No, you're right though. It was all Jamaicans back then.
A different kind of chicken curry.
They didn't shit on the beach. They just brought weed. There was a difference. Yeah, but I way back, I grew up in the city, and then I moved out east. Out to Durham. My parents got remarried again, and whatever. Yeah. We moved out there, so I lived out there for a while. Had some kids with some white girls, and moved back to the city. And then, like I said, at 52, I got into comedy.
Yeah,
this is the thing. When you hear people say, maybe you heard your parents say it, maybe y'all heard your parents say it. If you ever find that thing that you can do and you get paid for it, it's like it's not work.
Yeah.
I always personally thought that was bullshit because usually that happens after someone's dead.
Yes.
Picasso,
something. Yeah.
Great painter. If you're into that. He didn't make a fucking cent till that motherfucker was dead. Everyone loved him after he was dead. Beethoven, great guy. After he was dead.
But same thing with a few other artists that we can probably not talk about on this podcast.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. But it's nice to be able to do this. This is something I've wanted to do since I didn't know I wanted to do it. I grew up around comedy.
Yeah, because I feel like you're the type where you were always cracking jokes.
I grew up. That's how my household was, man. It's a constant roast. It's a constant roast, building thick skin. Ain't nothing, I originally thought when I was younger, I found out later, it was actually like Red Fox, George Carlin, Richard Pryor on album. Now I had some uncles that were listening to these albums and the door was closed. So I just thought that it was one of their friends or one of my other uncles in the room just talking shit, like making sense, and everybody was laughing and stuff. So I grew up around comedy before I even knew it was comedy.
I fully understand that.
Some of my other great uncles and stuff, they'd be listening to Carlin and Richard Pryor. As far as they were, I had some, white great uncles that were in the Korean War and shit. He was a good one. He was a good one.
Okay.
I think that's old white people lingo for a black I can trust. I think that's what that
He was invited to the cookout.
Yeah, but that's where I kind of got into it and grew up. Of course, I grew up with Eddie Murphy. I grew up watching.
I watched Eddie Murphy's Delirious.
Yeah.
Like, dude, one of his best.
Yeah, I grew up watching Saturday Night Live. I have an uncle who's 5 years older than me, so he's like a brother. Okay. So he's a bit older, and from a kid, I was watching Saturday Night Live like before Eddie Murphy was even on it.
Yeah.
So when Eddie Murphy came and I was getting a bit older, like I love watching that shit. And then all his movies came out and I just wanted to be that. They had this thing back in the day and it was on TV. It was almost like Make-A-Wish. This feels bad to say, but this is true. This is how much I wanted to meet Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
They had this thing. It was like Make-A-Wish, but it was on TV. And I noticed that most of the kids who were getting picked to do something or whatever, they were sick, right? And the only thing I could come up with was I wrote a letter to
My tummy hurts.
No, I told them that I got cancer. I'm going to die in 3 weeks and I really need to see him before. I never got a letter back. I never, but from then I knew there was something to do with comedy. It's a true story.
It's okay. You guys, he was just cosplaying as someone that had cancer. He just didn't know he was cosplaying back in the day.
I wasn't going to cut off my Michael Jackson afro or nothing. I just figured it would work. You know what I mean?
So you wrote him a letter, you got nothing back. God damn.
No, I didn't get nothing back. I wish it was nowadays. Shit, I could have started a GoFundMe like that bitch in the States.
Yeah.
Could have made some money from this.
Dude, 100%. Do you ever think, and I'm sure you've seen these memes on the internet where it's just like, what are they going to do if a kid with cancer says he wants to clap some cheeks for his Make-A-Wish? You know what I mean? Are they going to say no?
Probably.
Why though? Why deny someone their last wish?
I ain't gonna deny it, but that's just kind of how public is. But I'm sure there's an OnlyFans for that.
Probably, or just send that kid to school. He'll hook up with one of his teachers because that's what they're doing.
You know what? All jokes aside and stuff, but let's be honest about it. We're gonna look at the. It would have to be a love broker dealing with a relationship therapist. So I'm talking about a pimp and a hooker.
Yeah.
A lot of people with disabilities and stuff like that, they need to, they can't just Netflix and chill. No. They can't just meet somebody at a bar. They can't just do this. So that's where this trade will come in. So, I mean, you know what I mean? If he's got cancer, wouldn't it be great? You have sex with unprotected sex with a hooker with AIDS. You can only catch AIDS once. He's going to die anyway.
That's what I'm saying, just like...
I think that might have been deep to say. I just wish AIDS on the fucking cancer kid.
It's okay. It's like you pick your poison like your doctor said. AIDS,
well, if
cancer,
you're going to go out...
What's going to watch for?
Oh, shit. That's going to get cut. That's going to cut. No, I really, again, it's nice to be able to do this and have all the opportunities. And again, at 52, jumping into the game was interesting.
Yeah.
Was interesting.
But like, what is some of the best things you found about jumping in so late, and what are some of the worst things?
Okay, well, so again, jumping in late, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know anything about open mics. I didn't know nothing about that.
Same. I mean, I started last year too. So.
Yeah. Again, getting up and going is the first thing, just like going to the gym, like we talked about.
Yes, exactly.
As soon as you get there, you
went the battle. Yeah.
So
by showing up. Yeah.
I didn't really know where to do this and that. During COVID time, actually, there was no comedy in that in Toronto. And some of my buddies, shout out Growers World and the Danforth, they were having rooftop comedy shows to keep a comedy alive. And I was lucky enough to meet a lot of the comedians, see a lot of comics, see how things go. And then that was kind of what gave me a bit more of the edge to go ahead. Actually, I saw Jared Nathan at a cannabis comedy show. And
During the pandemic?
I didn't know who Jared Nathan was. And he was up there and he's telling his jokes. And I looked at my daughter and I'm like, you know what, baby? If he can do it, I can do it. Sorry. Shout out to Kill Tony and Jared. But no, this is for real.
I mean, if you think about it, we all have Down syndrome. It's all spectrum.
Listen, I'm not lying. My
it's
mom,
just like it's either you're gay or you're Down. You know,
everyone's a little gay now.
Everyone's a little gay.
Yeah, everyone's a little gay. And I swear, my mom, she probably fucking was down in Tylenols back in the day. So I mean, that probably happened to me.
Probably.
Yeah, Trump has something to say about that. But yeah, it was really hard because I didn't know. I wasn't savvy at social media and stuff. And this is where, again, my daughters helped out. My daughter jumped in the ring. She helped me out. She would do like socials. Again, she showed me and taught me a lot.
The middle
she's
one,
been,
right?
she's been, the gay one. She's been like my manager, my team partner. She's always, even outside of comedy, man, these kids are solid. But so she kind of showed me. I was lucky enough that the venue that was holding comedy shows in COVID, after COVID, I had access to do a show. So before doing an open mic or anything, I actually put on my own show, produced my own show. I had like 80 plus people in there, sold tickets. Wow. And a lot of the comedians I knew had reached out, a lot of them from the back room. Again, first show, Hannah Valdoon. We had Max Cedric. We had we had everybody. Oh man, I can't even remember everybody, but it was amazing. Again, for my very first show to put on, now these are people I'm working with and share stages with. Fantastic. And but it was hard.
You've also rised as much as I have.
But it was hard because I didn't know. And then you start to meet some people, you have to start learning about mics. And then I started going to mics. I, play the role with mics. You start, making contacts, which is heard. I'm a bit old school and I don't make contacts. No.
I'll look you up in the phone book.
No, contacts to me. You have to make contacts. Comedy is our business. You are your business. Networking, you have to network. Now, people use the word, I want to make contacts. Contacts is unpersonal. Contacts is I don't know, if you're going to be authentic and real, you have to make relationships. Now, a lot of people are out to make network and make contacts because they want to, they want to do what they want to do. They want to get as much as they could get of whatever it is, whether it's money or stage time. They want to be a star. Building relationships with people where you're not even looking out to help. You're just doing shit like that makes a big difference. And I learned that. That was the biggest thing, to build relationships.
It's all about quality, not quantity.
Yeah, funny is funny. A lot of people don't get chances to. I understand when you're coming out to open mics, like that's what you got to do. I still go to mics and the rules are the rules. Stop bitching. If you go to an open mic and you're like, oh, I should get on next. You ain't nobody. You ain't shit. You want to get on early? Go early, an hour early, and make sure you're there to put your name on the paper. The rules apply to everybody. Just come on, man. Like, just be honest. I don't care. 3 months or 13 years, man. Like, go through and play the rules. Those are the rules. We're not above anybody. But then
because it's an open mic,
nobody. Again, you're at an open mic. It'd be nice if people support each other a bit more at open mic. That's what I find too. There's not a lot of
I understand when there's some comics where they want to go early because they have other things to do, but it's just like, manage your fucking time.
Just because a comic goes somewhere and has something else to do doesn't mean everybody else at that mic or venue has to suffer. They have taken if you want to leave early, manage their time get there early fast. I got somewhere else to go. Well, then don't come to this one and go to the other one because you are not more important than anyone else. And that there's some people, whatever, maybe they're new and they're not, it doesn't matter who you are. This is an open mic. And it is for everybody. We should all follow the same rules. But that comes down to gatekeeping. You ask what I don't like about gatekeeping, but that goes in general for everything in the fucking world. Gatekeeping, people will do that. It's automatic. Some people don't even realize they're doing it. But what I say to that is fuck it. And don't be mad at gatekeepers. If someone's keeping the door from you, build your own room and open your own door. We all adults, own your shit. Don't blame not getting any time. Don't blame not.
You get what you get what you've worked for in that sense.
And it costs.
I'm sure you the type where you believe in merit over whatever,
100%. Own your shit. We're all adults. Sure, we all have issues and stuff like that. But if this is our business, you are representing yourself. try to make it the best that it could be for everybody and shit around you and be honest and everything. Don't make it like a snake pit. There's a lot of snake pit and I don't like that. I'm old throwback. I'm more about honesty. I don't do a lot of the networking after shows. I do my shows and I love socializing and shit. But once that socializing is over, I'm out. I'm not asking you to be on a show and I don't need you to ask me to be on a show. I've done my job. I've entertained.
You're trying to cool down a little.
And from the bottom of my heart, fuck all of y'all.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that because like there's so many people who are like, they're so focused on chasing the next thing. It's like they don't realize that once they finish something, it's like you need to learn how to chill out and learn how to be okay with not doing anything because that helps elevate you to possibly the next level. But instead there's people that are so focused on the next thing, it's like then they burn out so fast and then they don't fully get to where they want to go.
Hi there. Welcome to this episode's break. Yes, I included breaks in here. Usually for normal podcasts, you would hear an ad break. This is a brand new podcast, as you can see, and I haven't got to that point of having affiliate marketing work in my favor. So instead of an advertisement, this is just me reminding you to take a break. Get up, stretch, drink some water, go relieve yourself, do what you gotta do, get up, do something else, okay? Take a break. If you're driving, don't pull over. Make sure you got your indicators on. If it's raining, turn on your wiper blades. And just readjust your mirrors if you have to. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy your journey. Maybe even reset your GPS if you have to. But try not to look at your phone while you're driving, if you are. And if you're sitting at home watching this, again, get up, stretch, get some water, go grab a snack, maybe even, and, pet your dog, kick your cat, I don't know, Go hug a tree if you are outside, maybe listening to this. If you're listening to this and you're outside as well, and you're out in public, maybe in the city, say hi to a stranger, maybe, compliment them. And this podcast will resume in a little bit, but just take a little break, even if you gotta pause here and then come back to this episode at a later time. Please do so. But breaks are important. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much. And there is more to come for this podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know everyone.
Those are what I call people that are like opportunists. It's like,
there's going to be I'm glad to use that word because again, there's a lot of opportunists. Yeah. I'm glad to use that word. You know what I mean? Because it's true. Unfortunately, but there's opportunists in everywhere. But there is a lot of opportunists, especially for a lot of people who are just coming in.
Yeah, it is so they want to start moving.
No, it is so exciting when you've been in comedy for like say a few months. You're doing open mics, and someone says to you, "Do you want to be on my show?" Yeah. And you're like, "Oh my god!" And you're like, "I bring 10 people." And then you're like, yo, but you're still excited. And then they take all the money for everything. And then they don't put you back on another show for that because it's all about opportunity. Exactly, and I'm like, y'all motherfuckers. I'm sorry if I'm sorry to her, but I'm just like, man. But I'm glad you said the opportunistic because, and it's unfortunate, but it's a business. This is a business. And I understand some people are just trying to make money. Some people are trying to make themselves a superstar. And that is great. Do what you got to do. Be what you want to be. But don't like burn bridges or hurt people on the way. It's
people have also, I find they've forgotten the art of a slow burn or like a slowly building. Everyone wants to come up very fast. And that is partially because of like social media. Because again, it's all just numbers. Right. Yeah. So they're so focused on just a quick climb that they forget one of the greatest stories. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's one of those ancient Greek stories of like Icarus.
100%.
And he flew too close to the sun.
I'm a Reedy Black.
There we go.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. I do.
So people forget about that story, and that story isn't probably entirely literal, but it's sort of like
the metaphoric part of that story is amazing.
Yeah.
Again, and you know what? A lot of this is based around delusions of grandeur.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you thought I was going to say some crazy. No, for real.
Yeah.
Delusions of grandeur. And that's cool. Everybody has them in that. But you got to just own your shit.
Yeah.
And just, move ahead. And that's it. It's just the delusions of grandeur. But you know what I've noticed as well? I've been so fortunate. I've been so fortunate to share stages with so many awesome comedians. Some people, I'm not even going to mention some of their names and stuff, but I have friends that are actually my friends, built relationships and they've been in the comedy world for a while. These fucking guys are professional killers and stuff, but all I see them as is friends. Snipers, yes. No, these are my friends. It's not about but again, so I've learned so much about
genuine people.
And what I've learned too is working with all kinds of great comedians. When I go to a show, I'm a comedian. But when I go up on the stage.
Yes.
But until I go up on the stage, I am an audience member.
Yes.
And I'm a laugher.
Yes.
If it's funny, it's funny. I ain't laughing because I know you. I'm laughing because it's funny.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what I've noticed is a lot of comedians, and I had this conversation with a lot of people, some great fucking comedians, and they go and they murder.
Yeah.
They murder. I've seen them murder 7 minutes. I've seen them murder 15 minutes. Murder.
Absolutely.
Murder. In Toronto at multiple places. And you know what the first thing they say is when they step off a stage? Oh my God, I'm like, yo, you were fantastic. I find a lot of comedians, as soon as they're off stage, they're in their head and it's like they're right down on themselves. And I'm like, yo, you were great. But they're like, yo, it wasn't, I should have did it, would have, should. And I'm just like, a lot of comics do that. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but me saying, hey, no, it's funny. They're seeing it as, okay, you're telling me I was funny.
Yeah.
But when other people say it, I'm like, you see, motherfucker, they thought you were funny too. But it's this thing. Do you have that?
At some point, but that was because I was new and I was like, I felt a little bit uncomfortable because there was the imposter syndrome where I was like, should I be doing this? Should I not? Because even though
you're funny, man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're funny, man.
Fuck, thank you, dude. But that's the thing. I've been told I've been funny for a good portion of my life, and it's just now that I'm actually doing it to make people laugh on stage,
different thing. It
is a whole different ball game, and you're like, fuck, do I even belong here? But then you hear it again from your family, your friends, colleagues, people, random audience members, other comics. You're fucking good. And at the beginning, I was like, I don't know, maybe they're lying to me. But then I understand that is fear in your own head that is ingrained from other things you may have gone through in the past, and it's kind of reflective on you. It prevents you from living in the moment in that sense.
And
and people got to get past that hurdle.
Well, you walk into comedy once you've decided, again, my opinion, once you've decided to get into comedy, okay, I'm going to go to an open mic, okay, whatever that first step is. Most people have already a roadmap of what comedy, from what they've seen. So they think that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that's not you.
No.
The biggest thing I always hear comics and that is you're finding your voice, finding yourself, whatever it may be. The more the finding yourself, as being an older guy, everyone tries to find who they are and stuff.
Yeah.
And trying to find out who you are just in general is hard enough. Now you're on stage trying to find your voice on stage and be authentic.
Yeah.
So now what are you just going to tell some jokes that really aren't authentically you? They're funny and that's great. Yeah. But authenticity never goes away and people 100%. Buy that.
People gravitate towards it.
So, but when I go in, when I first went into comedy, just like you, I had a 5-minute set.
Yeah.
I had it word for word.
Yeah.
Written down.
To the T.
I would go over that every minute. I time myself. I would know, take out everything again. Yeah. I got to go to the mic tomorrow. Yeah. I got 5 minutes. I got to perform. Yeah. This is the jokes I got to do. Yes. And that's great. Somebody fucking throws in a wrench in there, man, and stops you on your something.
Oh my God, yeah.
You're eating laughs all day because you're just trying to get your 5 minutes on.
Yeah.
You learn all of these things as you're going, which makes you more comfortable. Me being coming in at 52.
Yeah.
I already know who I am.
Yeah, and that's great. And dude, I find that's a good thing that you've actually started to do comedy, because I find that a lot of the young cats, like myself included, they can look up to people like you and be like, you know what? That is actually where we want to end up, in the sense of like knowing yourself, just going up there, being natural, and not really having the fear of letting anything get in the way of you just saying what you got to say and being fucking funny about it.
It's not going to change your day.
Yeah.
If you having fun, that's a big thing for me too. Our job is to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Make them have fun
and
show them that you're part of it. Having fun. People are coming out for a fun night. We are entertainers. I don't give a fuck how good you think your jokes are or what your mom fucking told you. We are entertainers and we're there for the people. So we have to adapt to the people all the time. So if you can give them that fun and authenticity and humorous punchlines, then that's what we, and it's a struggle every single time.
Yeah.
It's a struggle every single time. Every room isn't the same, but I love doing it, man. I've learned more stuff in a room with 3 people at Keys Comedy Club than I have when I did Timmins and there was 400 plus.
Damn.
Crushed. Yeah. So much more.
Yeah.
You have to work with people when there's 3 people in the crowd.
Humble
don't
beginnings.
worry about how many people are there.
Yeah.
Those people are there, they deserve. If there's one person and there's comedians,
and
that
you do
one
your
person
job correctly, and you make them laugh. That's all.
Your
that
job is that one person.
Yes, exactly.
And that's how I always see it. And I've learned that from. I always thought it was about the big crowds and this and that. And I learned from some of my peers. They're younger than me, but nah, man, I look up to these guys. I've learned that from these guys. These guys have been around for a long time. Just because I'm older than them, they're 60 in comedy years.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like they've been around and I've seen Humble. Like a couple of my friends, man, they're big, man. And it's great. I love it. I love it so much for them.
Yeah.
And you know what I love most? These motherfuckers are still the most humble people.
Down to earth.
Listen, these guys are doing what everybody else wants to do. These guys have opportunities out the thing. And you'll still catch these boys doing a free show in the back of someone's house on a rocky driveway.
Yeah.
You know why? Because our objective is stage time as comedians.
Exactly. Yeah. It's getting your reps in.
You're damn right. You're damn right. Reps, baseball practice. I even tell people say I don't go to open mics a lot. And I don't go to open mics like as regular as other people, but I do regularly go to open mics. I'm lucky enough to have some places that I can go anytime I want.
Yeah.
Blessing.
Yeah.
Blessing. Still put my name on the list, still make sure. But that's how I do my open mics, right? At least a couple times a week. You have to. Yeah. You have to do reps. You have to do reps.
Yeah.
And if there's somebody new in that crowd that hasn't seen your jokes, even though it's an open mic, you got to give them a little bit of your butter. Yeah. They're still there for a show.
Stuff in your back pocket.
Don't be like, it's an open mic, so sorry that it's shit. Nah, man, give them.
Yeah. Still put your best foot forward.
I love being able to have the chance to go on stage.
Now, here's the thing. We're talking about like putting in your best foot forward as well.
Yes.
But like, are you sure you're not like part Japanese?
No, why?
Because they do.
You haven't seen my dick. I remember I'm part white. It's cold outside. But know what you mean about Japanese?
You know what I mean? Because like that's what Japanese people do. Japanese people, they're some of the most revered people, where they always try and be the best version of themselves, no matter what it is. Like even if they're like a street cleaner in Japan, or like they're doing anything, it's so ingrained in their culture.
Yes,
to always just be the best version of yourself.
Well, I was growing up,
or maybe that's just where you come from with your own humble beginnings.
No, it's my family, man. Yeah. Again, mixed. Growing up as a mixed kid, I grew up mostly surrounded by my white side of the family. Okay. My grandmother and stuff grew up, right? And all I was taught was just like humility. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. I didn't even know that I was black until later. But it wasn't a thing. Yeah. It wasn't a religious, it was a household of love and people and humility. Until later I found out these things.
Wait a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah. But as I got older, going through all of my shit, whatever it was, having kids, as I got older, I really realized, to own, don't, like, everyone has issues. Don't blame anybody for any decisions and choices have you made, try to work on them the best you can and try to be the best that you can be. So why people say you look so natural on stage. What is it you do? And I tell them, I go out there and I just be the best thing that I can be. And that is me.
Exactly.
I don't know how to do anything this good.
No one else is you either. So that's kind of your superpower.
No, and that, I know that though.
Yeah.
That's what I mean about not having to find I know exactly who I am. And I'm totally happy and comfortable with that no matter where I am. It doesn't matter what I'm doing or what I'm at. Yeah. I'm gonna be the best me and take that for what it is. And I pass that on to my kids. Yeah. You have to do that.
Yeah.
You honestly, have to do that.
That's such like that's some of the best things that I find with like people that have, gone through so much. They're later on in their life, and then they've come to a point where they realize so many things, not only about themselves, but about the world and how it kind of works and how like, it's like almost like the advice you're giving. It's like what people would call like a life hack, but it's not really a life hack. It's just like, you just got to just be.
Yeah.
You just exist. Just be who you are, and that's it. Yeah. It's such a simple way of like being that so many people overcomplicate it, and I'm sure you've seen they overcomplicate it through comedy, through all kinds of works of life.
Through almost everything.
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of done that.
Be okay with being not okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And I don't mean this in a bad way or anything. It's the only way I know how to say it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck what everybody else has to say about you or what their opinion is about you, because that doesn't matter. I have a lot of people a lot of people talk shit about me, this and that. You know what? Does not matter. Yeah. I know who the fuck I am. I know I'm a good person. I know my kids love me. Like, I have all these things. I know I'm living the time of my life at this age. That's why I shout out you young cats. Because I would have never thought to do this when I was younger. If I would have thought, who knows what would have happened. But again, I get a lot of years under my belt, but I don't have the experiences I have now. That takes me away. So again, the biggest thing, finding yourself. And I'm so glad through family. I've learned that is just to be humble, and it's okay to not be okay. And the world is going to fucking throw all kinds of shit at you. And it's okay if you don't
know
hit
how
it.
to fully,
you got to learn from all of that.
Take it with you. Like, honestly, like what I like about your mentality as well too is that it's such a refreshing take, because there are so many people, and I've seen this through comedy, and even with my experience with like doing music before. And just one little side note about music. When I was doing music, I learned from a music teacher to go on stage, whether it's a performance at school through like a recital, or even just on stage in general at any small venue, big venue, doesn't matter. Because I was a drummer. I mean, I still am, but I'm in the back. But like, you still got to show that you're having a fucking good time.
And you're carrying the bottom, man. You're at the back, but you're at the front, brother.
I carry
the baseline are carrying that bottom, man.
Hey, man, I like carrying fat bottoms, but
me too. Well, 2 out of 3. One was skinny. That's the indigenous
built
side.
like a passport? No,
the 2 were built like big trucks.
Okay.
And the one was a bit skinnier though. Okay. Yeah, that was the indigenous side though. Fine. Fucking with her was like fucking with a bag of deer antlers. It was cool. But make you feel close to the earth. But anyway, you were saying, sorry,
a little side note as well too. I got this joke as well too that it's in my back pocket. I'm gonna unleash it with you now just to get your opinion. I once dated. Well, this was like a fling. With a girl that was indigenous. She lived on the East Coast, but then she would visit Toronto. Every now and then. And I was like, I got this joke. I'm like, honestly, the best times with her was when she was giving me scalp.
Well played. Well played. Don't say that in Timmins. I'll get you banned like Ben Bankus. Yeah. If you like me, though, you can go up there and tell nigga jokes. They love me. Please don't keep canceling Ben Bankus. He's pretty funny. But if you do, I am available for Timmins, Thunder Bay, and Sunbury. No, I like that joke though. Yeah, thanks, I like that joke. I thought you were gonna say that she taught you something at first, you know.
Oh, like how to make a dream catcher? No, I'm joking. But
no. Did she ever punch you in the face?
No.
Because again, that just means they love you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, good punch in the face. Yeah.
I mean, I got yelled at a lot. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
and if you ask, why did you do that? They'll be like, it's a part of our heritage. You know what I mean?
it's a sign of affection.
Yeah. So they know
Yeah.
they were here. You know what I mean? It's a message to her cousins. So they know I was here. It's a lot. I can say that joke. I like that scalp one though. That was pretty good. I'm going to tell that the next time I go to Timmins, and I'm going to say, this brown comic. I'm going to be a different Indian. I'm going to be like, I heard this joke from a different Indian. No. Okay, so you were saying about going on stage, the music. He said when you go on, no matter how big or small.
Yeah, you got to always make it look like you're having a good time, because if you look even just a little bit nervous, a little bit shaky, people are not going to connect with that, and they're going to think, why is that guy even up there when he doesn't even trust himself? You know?
Exactly. And pretending you're having fun and actually having fun
are two different things.
100% different things. And people can buy into that. And like how you said, they'll notice it's almost like having a stain on your shirt.
Yeah.
No matter what, they notice that stain.
And it can be any kind of a stain.
They know, but they'll notice that. And that's a stain. You know, it's weird that you brought up, this is a really cool conversation. So you brought up music, you have the music background.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up in Jane and Finch, so we're going back, I'm a kid now.
Okay.
So my savior when I was a kid was music.
Music.
I wasn't, together, again, I was the first generation of mixed kids. Yeah. Right? So, not black, not really black to the blacks. I'm not white to the whites. You know what I mean? So there was that thing. But what outside of my family house, you know, in the real world, whatever. So I immersed myself into music. I would sit at home and I'd listen to music. I'd sit there all day and I'd listen to music and I'd read the backs albums. This is from when I was like...
At least you were reading.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Good throwback. Good throwback. Well, throwback. Watch that last episode. You'll catch that. That was a great throwback. When did you start reading, motherfucker? That girl called you out. Yeah. But so growing up, again, immersed in music. Yeah. And I started, when I was like 7, no word of a lie, I started writing poetry.
Oh, shit.
I didn't realize it was, I'm writing songs.
Yeah.
But it's poetry.
Okay.
Right? It's poetry. And I had a book. And I'd have to hide that book.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I was getting my ass kicked for being a mixed kid. Could you imagine if they, you know what I mean?
Found out you were gay?
Yeah. Like I said, there was one kind of gay back then, and that was like it. You know what I mean? Fuck. So I wrote this book, and then I would always hide it. And then...
Where'd you hide it? In the closet?
No. Jesus. You know what? I did. I left it in it was in the closet. My fucking hopes and aspirations were hidden. You are really making this a therapy session. Gonna go to MMA practice after this and see how long it takes me to get a boner. I'm getting choked out from behind. You change this up. But I used to write the poetry, and then I realized I was able to bring the book out at one point. Yeah. Because hip hop came around. Yeah. Okay? Mm-hmm. I was around when hip hop first came out. I was around. It wasn't even called hip hop. So now it was like a rhyme book. So it wasn't, so it was cool. I was the only one who had one of these. Little mixed kid. I'm like 9 years old, 10 years old, and I got a book full of rhymes.
So everyone's like, 10. Hey, yo, Dave can rap. And you're like, yeah.
But in the middle, there was my poetry. In between, you just have the straight poetry. But, you know, so it was masked. I could carry it around. So when I was writing, it'd be like, oh, he's writing rap again. Yeah. So I could get away with it. Okay. Then somebody stole my book.
Oh, fuck.
So now... I'm like, someone has my words. Oh, so now they could use my words. So that's when I realized I don't write shit down anymore. Everything is in...
It's all in here?
Everything is in my head. I might put a preference or something in the phone. Yeah. Everything. Nobody can steal that shit once it's out. But music is what saved me growing up. And music is how I perform comedy on stage.
There's a beat and a rhythm to it.
Yeah, man, I perform jazz on stage. Yeah. I'm going to play you the song.
Yeah. That's your black side performing jazz.
It's the both. Them white drummers and white
100%.
drummers. Man,
who's the one of the... They keep Buddy Rich?
They keep that shit on
Buddy
time.
Rich, dude?
I'm telling you. It isn't. This isn't a black or white thing. This is a music thing now. But I perform my comedy like a jazz band performs jazz. I know what song I'm going to play you.
Yeah.
I know what song I'm going to play you.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to start with a B chord, an A chord, an E flat, which is great because I can start. It's good. I'm going to play you that song no matter what. But
or you're going to be in like 4/4, 5/8.
I could, like I said, I could tell. I don't have a number 1 joke, a number 4 joke, a number. I just have a fucking music book full of jokes.
You got ammunition.
And I can just play, and they're all to the same rhythm.
Yeah.
The rhythm is me.
Yeah.
So no matter when I play those chords, it's still the jazz tune.
And it flows.
It's all based on music.
Yeah.
Music saved my life. Yeah. Music made me get into words.
Yeah.
I did hip hop, everything. I was immersed in the industry before. But then now, after all these years, I found out what to do with my words.
Yeah.
Because this is just poetry, man. It's just poetry, man. I'm just rapping some shit up there. I'm just telling you a song in a fashion that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And people have fun. People like it.
They gravitate towards it.
They fucking pay my ass for it.
Jeez.
Comedy's good. He's good.
Oh my God. When Marco was on the podcast and he did the impression of you.
Oh, he did an impression of me?
He did. You got to look at it.
What did he just say? Fuck all of y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the first 6 months, because I did those big shows.
Yeah.
And then I met my good friend David Seeley. And he was the first guy I met in the Toronto scene.
Yeah. He's funny. He's great.
I call him the professor.
Yeah.
I fucking love that guy.
Did you see that idiot? Fuck all y'all.
That's my boy Dave. I love him.
The laugh to a T. He called you the professor, and I was like,
oh yeah, he's the one again. Shout outs Marco.
Shout out Marco.
Because of Marco.
Yeah.
And hashtag no filter.
Yeah.
I've had fucking opportunities.
Coming out the wazoo.
Not even out the wazoo. It isn't even about that. Beyond belief. I've got to work with some fucking fantastic comedians, fucking big comedians across. I've got to fucking play at places I've never thought of. Again, shout outs to Marco No Filter. They do a good fucking job. But he said, he called me the professor. I'm like, why the hell? He's like, because you're always teaching somebody something. He's like, even my last joke, actually, I have a closer. I've learned, I have a closer, and it's like even a learning lesson at the back, still with me in it, but it's a learning lesson.
Yeah.
He called me that professor. And he's funny. He's good. I like him. He's got some energy, man.
100%, yeah.
I don't know what cocaine looks like, but that motherfucker looks like cocaine.
Yeah.
He got energy like a motherfucker.
He is up there, but he's one of those people where I find like he can be up there, but like he can shift between like being up there and like knowing when to like be grounded and like kind of,
You get that, eh?
Yeah.
Keep this. No, I get that too. That's good. I see that. No, it's true.
Like I view him as like an older brother in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Not older. All older brothers are cool though. Some will touch you.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my God. This really is a therapy session, eh?
I ain't got no older brother. I said my uncle's like my older brother. My uncle, he didn't touch me like my older brother. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's why this guy is writing poetry.
Yeah, exactly.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Okay, so
my
listen.
asshole hurts. What about you?
Oh shit! If my gay daughter was here, she'd be like, "Yeah, how does it feel?" Ha! Listen, my middle daughter, considering she don't have a dick, tells me to suck her cock like so much. And I was like, yo, you know what I mean? What the hell is going on? I like it back in the day when you could like slap your kid, grab by the arm, or throw him in the room. Now I don't even know if I can make this joke without me going to jail because I committed a fucking hate crime. I love you and I support the gays. I just don't know what to do.
I don't think they know what to do either. That's why they're confused.
Pansexual whore plus pass. confused.
No, man, but like, here's what I find about that community. Like, there's people that are from there where they're like they're cool in the sense where like I like that they don't make their sexuality or their sexual orientation their full picture, their full identity of who they are.
Yeah.
You know, like there's people that really like from the get-go of meeting them, they're just like, oh, I'm this. It's like, okay, cool. And then they make every conversation, they always relate it back to always with like what they are, what they're going. It's like, okay, fine, but what are your opinions about this?
Well, like I told you, with my daughter, and all jokes aside, until recently, I found out she is pansexual. Before that, I don't care. It was never a thing. Again, like what you just said, she's not a. This is what I am. This is who I am. She'll tell you who she is, but that's not her.
But there's so much more to it.
Oh yeah, that's not her thing. I probably talk about it more than she does, you know. But I don't like anybody. It doesn't matter what it is. Like don't come over the top. You could say whatever you want, but don't come over the top and then like get mad at me because I don't understand or someone doesn't understand or
someone get mad at me because I don't want to engage. And all jokes aside too, it's still kind of fucking funny. If you do not want to be offended or called by anything else, I think we should bring those name tags back. You know, hello, my name is, and just be like, hello, and put your thing, because then there's going to be because again, I make jokes and stuff, but I don't offend or anybody. And I'm a person that is trying to work. I'm like a middleman because I'll go with and I try to explain it to others straight. Like, you know, this is kind of the deal. I try to figure out, you know, so this is understandably what's going on. And I don't even know how to approach it. No,
I don't know how, because I don't want to offend anybody. You know, a lot of these girls are huge, man. 6'9", fucking ex-linebackers. How you fucking that girl slapped me like a motherfucker.
You got slapped by a 6'9" girl?
She said she was a girl. That's what I gotta say. I have been beat up by a girl. That motherfucker was huge. Stuart, really cool chick. She said sorry after we went out for a beer. Big.
Well, I mean, okay. Now that we're on the subject of tall women, for the longest while, I don't know if it's because I'm 5'7" and I got a bit of like a short man complex. Maybe I kind of do to some extent, but like I've gone on dates with like women that have been taller than me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it with them at that point in time. But then I don't know, like I've come to understanding that, you know what, they're actually where it's at. Because these shorter girls, we'll talk about them in a bit, but like the taller ones, if you're a short guy like me, dude, that's unlimited uppies. Like you can go up to them and
unlimited uppies.
Literally, yeah.
Wow.
You can go up to them and be like, "Can you like carry me and spin me around and shit?" And
but at 5'7", man, everybody's a motherfucking uppie to you, isn't it?
No, dude.
Yup. It's me again. This is another scheduled break for this podcast. And if you've got Spotify Premium or YouTube Premium or any of those apps that you pay for, which I totally understand, because who actually likes ad reads or targeted ad reads? Those are the worst. This is not one of those targeted ad reads at all. This is just, again, me reminding you to take a break. Okay? Podcasts, again, would have ad reads scheduled into their episodes. I'm not there yet, but with your help and support, hopefully I can. And then these will be a thing of the past, and then I will be advertising various products towards you if you're interested. So please take another break or exit out and come back to this podcast at a later time whenever you can. Or if you're just going all in and you're so dedicated to this, thank you so much. And keep going if you've already made it this far as well too. And you're just trying to get this podcast out of the way and you're listening. And if you're enjoying it too, let me know. Submit a comment, send me a DM, comment on any posts that come out of this podcast. Or any clips. And tell your friends about it. Tell your grandma. Tell your neighbor. Whoever, Tell people about this podcast if you enjoy it. And once again, thank you so much. This is the Wit and Wild podcast. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy the rest of this Wit and Wild episode.
So where we left off briefly before my camera cut out, and I'm sorry, you guys. But we were talking about unlimited uppies.
Yes.
Like just tall girls being able to lift you up and spin you around and
and now you like that.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
So do you, if there was a short girl, shorter than you.
Oh, that is still my preference, number one.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay. But that's your thing. Yeah, I find.
Even though they are demons,
You know what I find with tall women? Again, I'm not that much taller than you. But.
So you're saying your knees didn't grow?
Pretty much. I wore baggy pants because I thought our knee grows, but apparently it didn't work out that way. It's the fucking white gene, indigenous gene, got to hide in the fucking woods. Agile, I can run,
Yeah.
But with tall,
you're good with a bow and arrow. Yes.
Yeah, with tall girls, fine too. It doesn't matter, short, tall, whatever. Yeah. But I find if you come across a tall, beautiful woman and stuff, to most men, a girl, and I'm saying tall, I'm not talking about 6'2".
Yeah.
I'm talking a girl that's 5'9", 5'10". That's
tall for a girl.
Yes, above average for a girl. Definitely. Yeah. So you start hit that girls, and once they start getting taller, that 5'10", 5'11" part, intimidation comes along with that. A lot of guys, you'll get guys that are like, I don't, but they're usually fucking douchebags.
Yeah.
But the intimidation comes, a lot of guys are intimidated, especially if there's a tall, beautiful girl who is more than just a tall, beautiful girl.
Yeah, like she's got other things going on for her.
Yeah, like all kinds of shit. Doesn't need man, doesn't need this or that.
Yeah.
But that intimidation sets in for a lot of men.
A lot of guys.
A lot of men. It doesn't matter how tall you are. A lot of men. I find that the girls shorter guys think they have like some better chance because like they're taller and shit. I love how women say, I want a tall man. And I'm like, men want to be tall men.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, pump your brakes, plumper, still skin. Yeah, like it's true. Like, if I was 3 inches taller, I would have never been able to make it under some of those windows in the basement. I wouldn't have fit. So height isn't everything.
No, I find that the best thing for someone, regardless of their height, is to like just again back to what you were saying earlier, is to like build some kind of character and know yourself in a sense where people just gravitate towards that, regardless of whether you're on stage or walking around in real life. You gotta build something. You gotta build your own core, your own identity of who you are.
Be okay with yourself and be even more okay
with not being okay.
That other people, for whatever reason, aren't okay with yourself.
Yes,
that's on them. Yeah. It's not your job to help with that. But that's the thing. Yeah. Being okay for yourself is good. You can affirmation whatever it is you do every single day.
Yeah.
But be okay with somebody telling you otherwise, because that's what this world is.
Yeah.
Whether it's malicious or not, this shit is going to happen no matter who you are. Where we're talking about a nice, tall, beautiful woman with intimidation. Someone else is being like, look at that tall fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Like it's just... And that's intimidation.
Yeah.
That's intimidation. People are afraid of shit.
But that's the thing. I find with like people being afraid of stuff, it's like, where does that really truly stem from? Is that like what they've been taught through their own culture and whatnot and their surroundings, or is that something that is just innately who they are?
Nah, shit is just passed down and passed down. And if you are in a situation where that is a viable product, then there's no need to change that. Like things have been passed down. You're Indian, right?
I like to believe so.
Okay, no, but your background's Indian. Your parents are, okay.
Well,
no, but so your parents have a different set of values. And they were brought up in a different time, different set of values, and they might think some things that.
But
you're
thank
doing
God they're not from India. Oh my God.
Where are your parents from? No, for real.
No, my parents are from Africa.
Are they really?
Yeah.
You see, I thought you were in like.
No, like I am Indian, but like you know how there's like people that move from
like
India.
Trinis.
Yeah, except
someone said they're the Indians that got off the boat.
A little too late.
Yeah. Okay. No. So where in Africa are you from?
So my dad's from Kenya, and then my mom's from Zimbabwe.
Okay, no, cool. So
I've been there too. It's a beautiful place, man.
To both family sides,
Yeah.
because completely different.
Yeah,
you know that as well. Okay, so
but again, I know what you're saying. They have a different set of values.
Yeah. So when you're coming, and everything's gonna slightly be different of how people look at things. So you got to know that in the world, just because of some past. Again, like for you. Listen, you're not even from India. Now, people make jokes, but again, automatically, for whatever reason, like whether it's a comic, I've made the joke.
Yeah.
Like I said, you are a good Indian. You're nice, and I'd let you shit in my backyard. Right? I did. I told you that at your yuck show. I stuck up for you. I was like, yo, he's funny, man. I'd let him shit in my backyard. You pretty. And you see, but that's the thing. People automatically, and until now, and again, when I walk out the door, like I mentioned before, when I walk out the door, the world perceives me on something they've already been programmed to think, unless you or I have the opportunity to let them know otherwise through conversation.
Yes.
And that's how it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But then again, that's the beauty of it too, with like when you actually are able to tell people like how different you are in that sense. And I say different with quotation marks because, okay, fine, I understand that we all come from different places, different backgrounds, different cultures, etc. I still have this core belief that we're all the same people.
Yeah, we are. I truly believe that too. Like we really are. And again, I don't make my jokes. I make everything, but I have nothing against absolutely anybody. Assholes are assholes. I don't care if you're. I don't care what religion you're. I don't care what language you speak. For real. Yeah. Just that's really and truly fucking. And I've always felt like that. That's how I've been brought up. It wasn't a color thing. It wasn't a religion thing.
Yes.
It wasn't a where you live thing.
Yes. It's just who you are.
Exactly. Yeah. Because again, I grew up in a mixed household. I grew up mainly around white people, old white people. I grew up in Jane and Finch. So all of these people would think whatever. Nah, man, like I've learned so much, and I was just taught to be me.
Yeah.
To be me, and and nothing else outside mattered than like be nice to ones you love.
Yeah.
And this and that, and then I spread that to everyone else. I'll be the first one to set a table for someone I don't know. But I'll flip that motherfucker real fast.
100%. Yeah.
I'll flip it real fast. And and again, I'm 55. I feel no way. I'll make sure I take
your back might hurt the next day.
I'll take my plate of food off the table and before I flip the thing. Again, I've earned that.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing about being my age and like growing up with having to learn so many cultures is being happy with myself, and mainly being so happy to be able to tell people no.
Yeah, that is what.
And not feeling bad about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feeling bad about it.
Because like a lot of, I'm sure you've seen the progression, especially today. I don't know how it also got lost as well. The art of saying no. It's like, I remember growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s, people would be okay with saying no. And now all of a sudden something changed after like 2020. I don't know if it's because people got the vaccine. I'm joking, but
no, you a good chance.
Yeah, but like it's just like people have such a hard time with really saying how they truly feel. And again, that goes back to like people, I guess, being afraid of like overstepping because they don't know other people, but then that stems from them not knowing themselves.
I love saying no is great. Like, just being able to say no. Yeah. The kick I get out of that, best feeling about saying no is when the other person looks back at you and is like, what do you mean no? And then I get to say, no, motherfucker. Yeah, people aren't used to hearing no. People aren't used to, because now I can't believe you said no to me.
Everyone is a yes man today.
Self-entitled motherfucker.
Yeah, everyone is just so focused on just saying yes, because again, that also ties back into people being opportunists. Where yes is that magical word where it's like, as soon as it's like, not everything has to be a yes. In fact, no is actually probably the best answer you can get.
Damn right. Doors closed. Build your own door. And if you don't know how to build a door, learn how to build a door. And if it doesn't work out the first time, do it again.
Yeah.
You will build that door eventually. Yeah. That is the way of life.
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen today's too, like how like, and I've seen this myself, like it's kind of unfortunate how like people don't have resilience. Like they don't really have a backbone. Whatever happened to having a backbone?
People don't. I call that people don't own their shit.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yes,
being an adult, just own your shit.
Yeah,
it's okay if you're wrong. It's okay if just own your shit. It's yours. Own your scars. A lot of people don't like when people do that though, because they know you're comfortable with yourself.
Yes.
People want to come and talk some shit about you. They're like, yo. Like, it ain't
chilling.
Yeah, I know, like this and that. But it hurts people when you are truly comfortable with yourself, because they don't think why you should be, or maybe you shouldn't be, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I love being comfortable with myself. It's just unfortunate it took until I was like 50 years old to realize that shit. Yeah, all of this, like real being good with myself.
Yeah.
Maybe in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Good.
And communicating. I was never a big communicator, like feelings, and stuff like that. But I learned you have to talk. And once I was okay with that, I don't know if it was a man thing or just that's how we grew up. People didn't talk about a lot of shit. Whatever, you dealt with your shit.
Yeah.
But once it wasn't a blowout. I had a deluge, an emotional deluge, where I finally was like, you know what? Fuck all y'all. This is the deal. And I'm not going to be mad, or I don't care if y'all are mad because I'm choosing me.
Yeah.
Once I realized that,
I'm going to start pouring into my own cup.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Things changed. It wasn't about just pouring into my own cup, feeling bad about not being able to pour into someone else's cup.
Yeah.
Okay. I want, and then when you tell somebody no, here's the no.
Yeah.
When you tell somebody no, and they're like, I can't believe you this. And I'm like, yo, but I'm using my time to suffice. And now you're going to tell me that I am selfish. One day it clicked.
Yeah.
It clicked. And I was like, you know what? Fuck all of y'all. Had an emotional deluge. Unfortunately, my daughter was there, the gay one. And she walked in and she said, what's going on here? And I looked at her and I said, fuck you too. And she's like, what did I do? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm on a roll, baby. And she was like, okay, Dad.
I knew it was you fucking all the pans.
Yeah, that's right. All these fucking pans are useless now. Haven't fried an egg in months. They're all
sticky. What the fuck?
Every time I use a pan, I think about this kid and shit. I can't fucking do that. Put oil in the pan. It looks like rainbow. What the fuck? Can't even cook eggs, man. I've been eating boiled fucking eggs and boiled chicken for the last 3 months since I found.
That's your white side. Again, but
yeah. I'm glad you know where this separates.
100%, dude. 100%. Let me guess. You also like putting raisins in your mashed potatoes? No.
No.
Okay, good. We're not there.
Potatoes, but in my rice pudding.
Oh,
I told you, man. I grew up with a lot of old white people. Man.
Oh yeah, of course.
Old white people.
Yeah,
they were
rice pudding was popular with white people. With old ones too.
That was like. People are saying we're gonna have some foreign cuisine tonight. Rice with raisins in it. Oh, it's so fun. Okay. A little thing. So again, being mixed, it is cool. It is cool. I have learned so much about culture. People are people. Doesn't matter where you. Yeah. So, but the food thing. This food.
Oh, the food thing.
This food thing is amazing. Okay. So I can cook West Indian food, specifically like Bayesian food, Barbadian dishes.
Yeah,
I can cook all kinds of West Indian. I can cook all kinds of food. I was actually going to be a chef, but I learned this all from my grandmother.
Yeah. In
Barbados, so my black one, and I also learned a lot of cooking from my grandmother here.
Yeah.
My white one. My grandma here can cook all kinds of Japanese. She cooks everything.
Yeah.
Standard white people, roast beef, corned beef, whatever to Japanese food.
Yeah.
My mom.
So you are part Japanese.
Yeah. My mom married my dad. My dad is black and from Barbados.
Yeah.
My mom has a mother who can cook.
Oh.
So good. My grandma cooks so good.
Yeah.
My mom fries bologna, man. That's the indigenous side.
Oh, yeah. They do that. Yeah.
This, when she says, we're going to have some West Indian food tonight.
Yeah.
Mom, I love you, but when she says we're going to have curry chicken and rice, her idea is putting a chicken leg on a fucking pan, sprinkling curry on the top, and adding a little bit of curry in the water of the minute rice. And she says, we have a West Indian food tonight. I said, God damn, how did you marry this black man? I don't understand. I'm telling you. Every time I walk by a hot dog cart, I think of my mom.
Smells just like her.
It does. She smells like hot dog water for real, man. For real. I don't understand how she cooks. She says, you want me to make you something to eat? I said, no, Mom, that's okay. I already ate. And I was at her house for 3 days. She didn't see me eat for 3 days. I said, no, I ate when you weren't looking. You know what I mean? I love her.
Yeah.
I love her, but I don't understand how that food thing came about.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that all white women can't cook, because that's not true. I know white girls who have oxtailed black guys into 18 years of unpaid child support. Not even that,
they also know how to eat too. They're eating the whole chicken wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's different. When you ain't got no food, you eating that shit.
Well, yeah. But there's white girls where they eat a little bit off the chicken wing, it's done. It's like there's so much still left on it. But then, you know what I mean? It's like a stereotype kind of.
Yeah. Too bad they couldn't suck a dick like chicken off a fucking chicken bone, eh? Yeah.
God damn.
Chrome off a bumper hitch kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
He says, tall, short, I got you. Yeah. So are you single, man?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah? I'm not surprised. Well, I'm just saying, I don't mean it no bad way. I just mean, in general, it's hard out there.
It can be, yeah.
So, again, at 55, I'm not looking for a date or anything. I ain't looking for none of that shit. Yeah. I'm happy watching whatever the fuck I want to watch on TV at home. I'm fine. But... it's hard, dating pool, very different in my age, you know what I mean? I don't mind kids. There's a lot of kids in my dating pool. Yeah. They all suffer from ADD.
Of course.
All different daddies. There's so many motherfucking all different daddies. Everyone say my kids got mental. I said, nah, they just all got different last names.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
But it's different, I'm not saying the girls are used and stuff, but you're not finding anything new, refurbished at best in the dating pool.
I mean, it's
loneliness, kitty litter, and a whole bunch of bitterness in that pool. Now, what's your dating pool at? In your 30s, right?
Man, it's here's the thing. It's with being in your 30s, you're still open to women in their young 20s. Because they all of a sudden they're just I like an older guy. And I'm like...
As long as they ain't Indian, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it's so weird because even... I don't know if it's just because of the way I look, but I get away with being Indian because a lot of girls still say, well, you don't look fully Indian or you don't smell fully Indian.
You talk great for an Indian.
Yeah, you speak English so well. And I'm just I was fucking born and raised here. Also, I'm a dual citizen of the United Kingdom. So.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, so you got that aspect, you got the youngers. And so what about you? So 20, that's your cutoff?
Yeah, 20 is my cutoff.
Okay, but again, they're okay. And then
I'm 32 now.
What's your cutoff on the end, on the higher end?
On the higher end, honestly, there technically is no cutoff. I'm cool with older women, but if it's trying to settle down, then it's 35 max.
Okay, no, that's very good. Like I said, you said if it's to settle down. See, that's big difference. Because again, young man yourself, you think about those things. I never really thought about those things. I did, but I wasn't, again, now that I'm older and knowing shit like that. You know, that was all just thinking this is what you got to do, or, you know. So it's neat to hear someone of your age say that, because a lot of people, they don't want nothing to do with marriage. It isn't the same. I don't know, but it isn't the same. But that's okay. Your mom bug you? Your mom?
100%. My parents. I mean, it's
both of them.
Yeah, because like they're both divorced too, and I'm just like, you're telling me to. It's like it didn't work out for you guys, so why the fuck are you telling me? You know, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, cool, but like I think they've also given up on the fact that I might settle down, because again, I turned 32 like last week.
Nice.
Thanks.
Happy belated, brother.
Thank you. Hey.
Yes.
We're close.
Yes. Yes.
And you know, I turned 32 and they're all just like, happy birthday. But then before, when I was younger, they're just like, so when are you getting married? When are you having kids? I'm like,
this is like in your 20s they're saying that shit.
Mid-20s.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I understand it though, to some extent, because it's a cultural thing.
It's going that back. Like I said, you're that first generation that started to change things to fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the last break in this episode, hopefully. If you've made it this far, once again, thank you so much for supporting and listening and just enjoying this episode, hopefully, right? It doesn't mean a lot just to me, the host. It also means a lot to the guests of this episode, or this podcast. So once again, if you've made it this far, thank you, and hopefully you keep supporting the Wit and Wilds podcast, and enjoy the rest of this episode.
Did your parents try to set you up with an astrologist? Or is that more direct, like India? Because I know they'll bring, like for a match, they'll bring you in the it tells you you can meet this person on this day. Like huge, like that's a big thing, eh?
They haven't fully, but like what I've come to understanding is when my brother and I, like when we were born, and this is something that my family does for all the people that are born in the family. As soon as that baby is born, they already have an astrologer taking down the time.
Yes.
And they kind of map out like where that child is going to go.
Yeah.
So I kind of believe it. I kind of don't, because I'm just like, well, you know, one guy said at this age I was going to accomplish this, and it never happened. You know, it's just like, it's all speculative. Yeah. But my parents, they have tried to like get me to like get married in a sense, and they've tried to introduce me to like other Indian girls. But again, it's just like the Indian girls, they're just like, you're not Indian enough. I'm like, so I kind of relate to you in the sense.
So yeah, you're not Indian enough there, but the other one, you're too Indian.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I kind of relate to you in the sense where I'm like, growing up too as well, I kind of did not know fully where to fit in. Yeah. Because there wasn't a lot of Indian culture or that much of exposure.
You're not really Indian.
Yeah. So like, I grew up with like a lot of hip hop. So like, I kind of identified with like being more leaning towards like the black culture and community. Yeah. And then as I got older, I went to a different school and there was a lot more white kids, and then they
Green Day and Limp Bizkit.
Yes, Muse, everything. Like all the, and that's when I started like actually playing drums, and I was like, this is cool. So I was that brown kid that used to have like a chain on his fucking jeans.
Nice.
You know? So, you know, I did have that like little bit of like the cultural identity, and it still kind of carries through these days.
Yeah.
Because again, like now that I have this mustache and I look the way I do, I guess. Again, I have Indian comics from India literally telling me, hey, you shouldn't be making jokes about Indian people like that. And I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll make jokes about whatever I want. You know, like first of all, I get it that they're telling me as well too that I'm not Indian enough because I've never lived there. I've never experienced their culture, their whatever. Yeah. But I'm just like, you know what? This is my experience. And you know what? Indian people love the jokes. They laugh at it too. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Funny's funny.
You know? So I kind of get that too. But
I hear that too, brother. about like, I shouldn't say this because you've seen when I'm on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows about my mix, and I have no holds barred about
So
bringing all the jokes about all of everything who I am.
Have you ever had someone that's indigenous say like, hey, don't be talking about otters like that?
No. You know what's funny though? And so as a comedian, you know, you go out and you'll do jokes.
Yeah.
And then jokes will land. And sometimes they don't, but jokes will land. But then there's always some that get an ooh.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten those.
And it's so weird. So I mentioned a joke before. I said, as I'm getting older, I'm becoming more comfortable with my indigenous side.
Yeah.
You know, there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Like the losing teeth at a rapid pace, not so much fun.
Yeah.
I do enjoy a good game of bingo. And there's nothing better.
It's the closest you can get to a casino, yes.
I'm like, and there's nothing better than a cold, clean, refreshing glass of water.
Oh my God, yeah.
This is what I hear. Oh my God. And I'm like, okay. So I get so many groans on that.
Yeah.
And you know, I strategically, I do a joke, rape. It's a rapish joke.
Okay.
Suck everybody into it.
Yeah.
I don't mention rape or nothing, but it's that joke.
It's implied, yes.
I bring this joke and I do that, and I know I get laughs, I get ooms because it's too late for everyone to turn back.
Yeah.
So once they're on, people are participating with me in the joke. And I'm not even asking them. People are yelling out stuff, and I'm like, no. In fact, and then I let them know, and they're like, oh.
Fuck.
And then what I usually will say is, listen, sometimes the white side gets out. I told you I mixed, and then gives the laugh, and then I'll be like, you know, but I'm getting indigenous, and then I make that joke.
Yeah.
The water, the rape joke.
Yeah.
Laugh. I do the water joke. All I say is, and really enjoy a good, clean, fresh glass of water. And you hear, and then what I say is, I'm like, really? That's the one? Okay, another rape joke in the chamber. But I'm surprised at what people are offended. And it hasn't been indigenous people.
Oh, okay, good. Because
white people.
Oh, yeah. They're offended on behalf of everyone else.
I'm just like, but that's the joke.
Yeah.
So I can make my Bill Cosby joke. Ain't no one doing Bill Cosby. Like I said, I don't do, again, I do this joke and I bring everybody in. Suck everybody in. And then I'll do that joke a bit after the clean water stuff because I'll let people know about my indigenous side. Yeah. And I'm like, that's the one. Because I said I like clean water, but it's okay to mention Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah. Wow.
And I put everyone on the spot and I'm like, all right,
them out.
so just weed racism it is then.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, really, that's the one. But when I go to Timmins.
Yeah, that's different.
Buddy, shut the place down. Because they're all like, yeah, I want one too. You stay away from the residential school jokes.
Yeah.
That's the heavy one. I've had a couple people iffy on that. I have a little joke that I've thrown out because when people are like, oh, whatever, and I'll be like, oh, was that a bit too deep? Or I'm like, was that a bit too dark? And they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, a little too deep for you? And they're like, yeah, I'm like, was not as deep as those kids' burials.
Oh my God.
I'm throwing that. And then I'm like, oh, so now it's not that bad, eh? Said I'm not being deep and dark and I can say this. I'm going to let y'all know. But again, I suck you right in with that. And then I will be like, so the Eskimos call me Nigloo. And then this is what happens. You know what I mean?
That's also one of your best jokes.
That is a good one, eh? I'm actually, there's a few jokes that I'm really proud of.
Yeah.
That one, I'm really proud of that joke because it tells, and I get everyone's attention and I get to teach everybody something actually in Cree. I actually do. I get to teach everybody something and it's the word thank you.
Miigwech.
There you go. See what I'm talking about?
I remember you taught me that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I get to literally teach everyone, thus the Marco Colaby professor. I literally get to teach everyone. But by now, it comes to the end of my act.
Yeah.
The end of my set. And there's my closer. I said having a joke is one thing. Placement is a lot.
Yes.
Being able to place them anywhere. But having a good, solid closer who still tells people who you are.
Yes.
And now I got him because I'm explaining. I'm like,
explaining, but I'm
thanking everybody.
You're like
and I'm teaching. And most people, say it back. They're like, McWitch. And I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But if you have some more time after the show, I could teach you a few more of the Eskimo ones, right? And it gets people. It is a good closer.
Yeah,
like, and then I'm like, yeah, racist, you motherfucker, you know? But I love that. I love that joke. And I really, really love I got a gay. I'm a proud father of a gay.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm teaching people something.
Yeah.
And it's still me. Yeah. And help me do that joke. My kid.
Yeah.
My kid was the one. Because she's always like, I'm your favorite. Chip off the old block. I love tits, ass, and pussy just as much as you. And I'm like, baby, what a joke. You know what I mean? And then my youngest daughter is like, it doesn't include that nasty. And I'm like, you kids are absolutely brilliant. But again, I love because I get to tell people about that. Nobody's saying that they're proud. I still do it in my way. I get to teach people about something. But it's such a good fucking joke that fucking doesn't include that nasty dick shit. Because I'm still talking about my kids. People don't know how to fucking take it. Because they're like, I'm saying I love my kids, but I'm saying fuck kids.
And also I think it's because people, when you say kids, they're envisioning little kids, but your kids are...
When I tell them they're big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm like, I love them.
They're adults. Yeah.
Pause. Now. Yeah. That always gets the crust. Because if you're a parent, you know I'm like, I love them. But now.
Yeah.
They were small, fuck them.
Oh my, I can see my parents having that same sentiment as well too.
No, again, as a parent, that's all the thing. Like, I love them, but it was like, you have a favorite? I'm like, no, but there's one I'll let fucking sleep in a little longer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
No choice for you today.
Yeah, you can stay in bed, you little bitch. You know?
You need it from,
shout outs again. It's the gay one. No, I'm just kidding. But this kid is getting shout outs.
I really hope that your kids watch this and that they love it, but then also they have this for them to watch many years from now.
That's why. So again, all jokes aside, shout outs to my kids. I love my kids. They're gonna watch this, and the one thing, sure, they're gonna just laugh. Cheyenne, the gay one, she's gonna love how much she got fucking mentioned.
Cheyenne is such a gay name.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna love. She's gonna be like, you should have talked about me more. You know what I mean? You should have talked about me more. But they're gonna sit back and they're gonna watch this.
Yeah, and
I know they're gonna have smiles on their face.
I hope,
and they're gonna love it. You know why? Because they see me here, honestly having fun with you, talking about shit that I love, and all of this is based on because I got into comedy.
Yes.
Without me getting into comedy, I don't get to meet certain people. I don't have certain opportunities to do things. A lot of people, again, I get to talk about poetry. I get to, people don't understand, it goes back from way back there. And I just found out. And as a parent to these kids, best thing is that, sure, they helped me get into it.
Yeah.
Me as a father, I showed them that it's okay to take a shot at something you love. Don't be afraid. It doesn't matter what age. It's not something I was like when I was 15, I was a great football player. Yeah. And when I was 19, I did some music. No. This is now. They're seeing me. They've watched it from the beginning. These kids are so proud of me every day. And I'm so proud to make them proud.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, that is so when they watch this video, that's just going to make them feel good.
I hope so, man.
Gay one's going to bust my balls. Gays.
I mean, that is the most beautiful thing that anyone has ever said on this podcast.
Oh,
I mean,
and I really mean that. Yeah. I love these motherfuckers.
I hope that one day I can become like a father in some sense where I'm also proud of my kids and then my kids are proud of me. But that only will depend on if girls find me just Indian enough.
You just have to have them find you Indian enough to bust a fucking nut in that uppie, man. Well, they don't have to like you after that. My baby mothers still don't like me.
What?
They still don't like me. And my kids love me.
There you go.
I think the best thing about being a parent to these girls is that I'm 55, so my name has just destroyed their mother's days for this many years, and that their babies love me. I think Drake said it best, good at making two things. Yeah.
I don't know what Drake said.
I can make fucking beautiful babies and definitely women into monsters. I'm almost positive. Not a big Drake fan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got good music.
I'm more of a Weeknd fan,
Yeah, I'm not into the 13-year-old girls, but I like Weeknd. I like Weeknd. Shout out to Drake.
The Weeknd is from Scarborough, so that's my guy.
Okay.
You know?
Who's the other that you like? West End. So we said we got Drake, so he's like in the rich parties and the whatever. Yeah. And then you said Weeknd. You got him from Scarborough. Yeah. What do you think of Party Next Door? He out west, right? He like that Mississauga shit.
He's good, yeah. He's good. I think I got maybe one or two of his songs on a playlist for sure.
Look at him and Drake song with the remix. Like that song came out and then the guy from Scarborough did the remix. We out in Scarborough 30 minutes from the dot. That's the Drake and thing when they're saying we're in Miami, blah blah blah. But that's the remix in the Scarborough one.
Probably have heard it. I don't know. But also on a quick note as well too, where I grew up from like my childhood home, and I consider this my childhood home because I grew up there from like 9 years old until 30.
That's your home.
Yeah, like I moved out a little late, but it's all good. It was like Pharmacy and Finch area.
Okay.
So Victoria Park and Finch, that is where Cardinal Official grew up.
Yeah. A lot of boys in that.
Yeah. And Chester Lee.
Yeah. All just growing up in that area. Yeah. All of those boys. Yeah, man.
So
wow, Pharmacy and Finch. I forget there was a rate on Pharmacy and Finch, southwest corner. I forget what the place was called, but it was a West Indian place and a Chinese Jamaican on it.
Yeah, it was a supermarket.
Yeah, and you could go in and you can get Chinese Jamaican. Still didn't register. As soon as I see him talk, I'm like, yo, this doesn't look right. You're waiting for salsa inside. He's like, yo, what a go on, man? You're like, Jesus. You know what I mean? But it's weird now because you got kids named Kyle running around talking about them, whatever they say. I don't even know.
Yeah, the magnums are super. Yeah, I fucking hate that.
Wow, you do that pretty good.
Oh yeah, trust me. Like I've learned.
Everyone is wondering. They're like, yo, where did this accent come from? And I said it all goes back to that all different daddy shit. Yeah. You can't figure out who your dad is. Never mind how to talk.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
What a big difference, eh? The world has changed. But yeah, Toronto hip-hop music is good. I really like we're doing Cardi is still going on.
Yeah.
Mitchie Me is actually getting, I think, like a Canadian honor and stuff. I've been around from that. And that's always good to see the crossover. Shout out Ron Nelson and Ivan Berry. If you know, you know. They were the ones who started hip-hop in Toronto, just since Ron Music. So
I'll have to check them out.
Give you a little quick history lesson. Canadian hip-hop, not just it's all Canadian hip-hop, not just Toronto. So you had Ron Nelson, and Ron Nelson's still in the game today. He's produced music and stuff, but back in the day, we're talking like mid-'80s, mid-'80s going on. Used to do a radio station, CKLN, still a public university thing. Every Sunday was the only place you could listen to hip-hop. The only place you could hear hip-hop music from the States or from here. So that was a big community radio one. Yeah. And then Ivan Berry, I call him Tet. He was a big producer.
These names all are familiar.
He lived out in Ajax and stuff for a while. That's why I still call him Tet. Ivan Berry, the great Ivan Berry, responsible for such people as the Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
He brought hip hop to the world, man.
Yeah.
Missy Me, he brought these people to the world, not just to Canada. And people forget about that. Mr. Ivan Berry. And before that, Ron Nelson for putting everything up there and bringing everybody down here. That is Toronto hip hop for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, music. And now look where we're at.
We're on the map.
Hate, love or hate Drake, man. That motherfucker is all over. And this sounds good. That sounds good.
It does, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've also experienced like all your times going to Barbados. You've seen how people know certain things about Toronto. Are you seeing that more like now as opposed to when you used to go back?
100%. So the big thing when I'm traveling, I travel a lot.
Yeah.
So the big thing that most people I find know and are immersed in about Toronto is outside of the Raptors, because that will be a conversation point. Raptors, right? Basketball's worldwide now.
I'm so happy they won one chip.
Drake is the big thing, and Caravana.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
A lot of people, and the next big thing that people talk about is the Pride Parade. No, I'm not even making no jokes. It's one of the biggest parades in the freaking world. People come all over
the world
to come. That's what I mean. So people will, and I don't just mean people in the LGBTQ.
It's everyone. It's
no, people will ask that, and you know what I honestly say? I say, listen, man, that is a party. Legit. I've been down there with my kids and stuff, man. It is so much. Goddamn,
the energy is so high.
So much fun. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing with you and shit. But it like I said, I let people know that. I'm like, it's actually, because that's a part of our thing now. Everyone knows about that, because I mean, millions of people come here for those things. And you know what a lot of people know about too, and they make jokes once if I say I'm a comedian, they're like, oh, so you talk about the Indians shitting on the beach. They don't even know what beach it is. But but they don't know that. No, it's a thing. And I'm like, y'all really know that out here? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, shit, eh? So you guys are famous.
Unfortunately.
Like I told you, it's too bad you're wrapped up in that, because you're a nice guy and I'd let you shit in my backyard anytime. Well, I don't actually have a backyard, but you can shit on my balcony. I'm moving at the end of the month, so.
Can I throw the shit off the balcony at least?
Well, that would be gross.
Oh, come on, man. I'll wear gloves.
Well, now you're good.
Okay, great.
I think the guy under me is from India, so he'll probably get blamed. Is this not good? Is this not good?
Oh, man. But I think we should wrap up the podcast.
That would be great. Listen, I know in the end, and we're ending, I want to again say thank you so much, man. No, thanks for this. Had a good talk. Get to talk about some stuff. It's nice to converse. Yeah. It's almost like a therapy session.
It can be.
Nah, man, you're a good guy. This is absolutely fantastic.
Of course, thank you. Thank you so much, man. It all goes back to, again, you, how you operate when you get off stage. Because, again, I remember the last Yuck Yuck show that we were at, you fully said, like you were heading out and you were like, hey, man, good stuff. I'll be more than happy to sit down with you and shoot the shit. And ever since you said that, I was like, yes, I've always wanted to have you on the podcast, but I didn't know how to fully approach you about it.
And again, and this is what we did. We shoot the shit. We weren't here selling. We weren't here buying. We were here talking. I came here,
stuff.
Again, built a relationship from, and that's me. Kind of glad you said about me outside. I'm the same person all the time. I might not say nigga and fuck you as much like when I'm off stage. Yeah. But I am exactly the same person. I'm honest and true. Yeah. And it's been a privilege because we got to shoot the shit.
100%.
Honest.
Yeah. 100% real stuff.
We're going to get some clips.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to fucking edit this. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Waiting Wild. It has been a pleasure having Professor Dave Seeley on the podcast. He is one of the greats. And again, guys, go check him out. What your Instagram handle is?
At Dave A. Heerman _. Or you can catch me on Facebook. I'm on Twitter too. I have a YouTube channel. But listen, in general, you want to catch anything I'm doing, check it on my Instagram and stuff. And not just me. Check out all the other Toronto comedians. There's comedy 5 nights a week, man. You can see some of the top Canadian comedians in Toronto.
Yeah.
For free. And even if it's $15, support, man. Especially you, kid. This kid is funny, man. You got to go back on the stage again.
I'm trying. You know, I took a long break, but, you know, I find that, you know, it's important for people and comedians, just people in general, to understand that it's okay to just not do anything. You know?
100%, man.
Yeah.
100%. I love that.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. And we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy.